Hijack or not to hijack? When it comes to WWE lately, and a lot of its Raws and SmackDowns and main events and NXTs and superstars, pay-per-views and live events, that is indeed the question. You see, it almost seems like the WWE Universe, even with the help of certain superstars like Daniel Bryan, are trying their best to let it be known that they are sick and tired of WWE shoving the same old stuff down our throats. And you know what? One cannot blame them. In fact, whether you like the guy or you don't like the guy, John Cena said it best in an interview on Raw a couple of weeks ago. He said that right now WWE, if not the wrestling business in general, is going through a transitional period. And that there's a lot of young and up-and-coming stars that want to go to the top. Well, we'll say this about John Cena. Whether you like the guy or not, at least he's truthful. And at least he said, hey, you want to get to the top, you got to go through me. And that is true. Because if he is looked at as a franchise player, as the face of the company, then anybody that wants to be the top guy in the company has to go through him. Or at least wants to be in that main event spot. They have to go through him. Which is, quite ballsy. It is quite ballsy, if you ask me. For John Cena to say, hey, look, all you guys coming up from NXT, all you Bray Wyatts, all your Alexander Rusevs, all you Cesaros, Swaggers, you name it. All you guys that are coming up, you want to get to the top, you got to go through me. And that's can't be any more plain and simple and more truthful than that, can it? But you see, it's not just John Cena either. When you have someone that's over as Daniel Bryan, and you have people basically causing an atmosphere, if not a commotion, even before the event that you're attending commences, then that kind of proves to you that the fan base, that the universe, the wrestling fan base, is trying to send the message that the time for change is now. According to the Washington Post, apparently it wasn't a riot-like environment, but it felt like the kind of environment that you would deal with at a political, I guess you can say a political convention or political or presidential visit and speeching and all that. Basically, you had a group of people, the like protesters, basically a huge group of fans attending the event, basically letting their voices be heard. And now it seems that from various sources reporting that it's finally cracking the walls of WWE and finally cracking the walls of Vince McMahon and even Triple H and Stephanie McMahon. Why? Because they're starting to realize the one true thing. They, along with the board of directors, the bookers, the creative staff, they're all starting to realize that with the 30th anniversary of WrestleMania just a few weeks away, that if they don't want WrestleMania 30 to be hijacked in the biggest way that any pay-per-view, wrestling, boxing, UFC, MMA, doesn't matter. If they don't want their pay-per-view, the Super Bowl, the granddaddy of them all, the 30th anniversary at the Superdome, which is going to take place in the Superdome in New Orleans, if they don't want it to be hijacked, they realize they got no choice but to give the fans what they're demanding. And according to various rumors and reports, they are probably going to be doing that. Now, right now, according to various rumors and reports, according to someone like Sean of Sean's View Entertainment, Daniel Bryan is being penciled in to walk out with the WWE World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania 30. How he gets in, I truly believe, is going to be a unique, if not an uncommon way, but it's something that we have not seen in a long time. Basically, for the first time since WrestleMania 10, we're going to see one individual competing in not one, but two matches. How do I know this? Well, because if they're planning to go with Triple H and Daniel Bryan for WrestleMania, but they also want to go with Daniel Bryan walking out with the World Heavyweight Championship, according to various rumors and reports, then I believe what's going to happen is you're going to have Triple H and Daniel Bryan with the stipulation that if Daniel Bryan wins, Daniel Bryan gets into the main event for the World Heavyweight Championship at the end of WrestleMania. That's how we see it happening. Now, that could happen, but then again, if they just want to stick with Daniel Bryan and Triple H, yeah, that's not going to make a lot of fans happy, and there's still the potential they could hijack the rest of WrestleMania. But then again, maybe they won't hijack it. Think about this from a standpoint of someone that has walked out and apparently, according to various sources within the business and outside the business, has a little bit of leverage. That's right. Think about it this way. CM Punk, Phil Brooks, has come out and constantly has stated time after time that he wants to be in the main event of WrestleMania, that he's earned that opportunity and he deserves it. Well, what better way to send the WWE Universe home happy, which it's not, let's face facts. We all know that WrestleMania 30 is not just going to be attended by the WWE Universe. It's going to be attended by the freaking IWC. And you know damn well that they're going to want one or two things to happen. You either have Daniel Bryan walking out, you have Daniel Bryan beating Triple H, as well as in the same night beating Randy Orton and Batista and walking out with the World Heavyweight title. Or you do what pretty much a lot of people are speculating could happen. You bring CM Punk into the mix right before the main event starts. You have something like Stephanie McMahon or Vince McMahon mainly come out and say, you know what, we're going to shake things up again. Or you have Hulk Hogan come out and say, hey, we're going to shake things up. And here's the third participant in the WWE World Title match. Code of personality hits, and out comes CM Punk. And you have CM Punk walk out with the World Heavyweight title. Again, either scenario, right now the most reported one, according to Sean of Sean's View Entertainment, is Daniel Bryan walking out with the belt. But either scenario is probably going to be the best option WWE is going to have to prevent WrestleMania 30 from being hijacked. And believe me, if I'm Vince McMahon, I am not about to allow my show to be hijacked. I'm not. I'm not about to allow people to hijack my show, my Super Bowl show, my granddaddy of them all, the mecca of wrestling, no matter how you look at it. Whether you're in TNA, whether you're in TNA or Ring of Honor, your one goal in wrestling, whether you're on the indies, whether, like I said, you're in Ring of Honor, TNA, CZW, Dragon Gate, Evolve, the one event you want to be a part of more than anything throughout your career, the one event you want to be part of is WrestleMania. You know, you could be happy and proud of the fact that you were a part of your company's Super Bowl show, your company's Super Card show, whatever you want to call it. Whether for someone like TNA, it's Bound for Glory, or for someone like Ring of Honor, it's Final Battle, or like CZW, it's Cage of Death, or even Tournament of Death. The thing is, despite all those events, you could be happy and proud about being a part of. WrestleMania is the event that you inspire to be part of no matter what. And it doesn't matter whether you're in the opening match. Doesn't matter if it's just a regular match, a regular tag match. Doesn't matter if it's a battle royal, a pre-show battle royal. Doesn't matter. As long as you could say you participated in that very ring at WrestleMania, that is the moment you work for. That is the moment you work for, and the WWE knows that. The WWE knows that. And that is why they can go either two ways to prevent a hijacking. Either the Daniel Bryan way, which is currently being reported, or the possible CM Punk way, which is another huge speculation and possibility. I mean, think about it. You have two guys, storyline-wise, one that was in a storyline at the time he walked out, supposedly, that are both against the authority. Both believe that if they get rid of the authority, that change can happen. And that both are the kind of individuals that storyline-wise the authority does not want as champion. So, again, to hijack or not to hijack, that is the WWE's major question. And it's real simple. If you do not want them to hijack WrestleMania, you got to go in one of those two directions, either the Daniel Bryan direction or the CM Punk direction. And that's the truth. And people watching this know that's the truth. That's the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So again, the question is, to hijack or not to hijack? That is the question for the WWE to answer in the next few weeks heading to WrestleMania 30. That is the major question. Hijack or not to hijack? And you know what? If I'm WWE, I don't want a hijacking. I want fans to walk home happy. I want fans to go to the airports, go back home happy, go back to the home states happy, and say that they were a part of a great WrestleMania and not a piss poor WrestleMania that got hijacked from beginning to end for nearly 4 hours. Make that 5 if you count the pre-show and the post-shows. But if I'm WWE, I don't want that happening, and I do what's right. So let me know what you guys think. Is it to hijack or not to hijack? What will be the question? What will be the answer WWE gives that question? Let me know what you guys think down below. What decision do you think they shall make? And I will talk to you all later. You all take care. God bless. And I'm out.